What do you think about the arrest of Pavel Durov at the airport in France? Is it safe for me to visit France as a Russian, laughing my ass off? Nothing surprises me about French anymore. It's the most stupid thing I've seen, a clear demo of double standards between Western and non-Western tech companies. Also, he doesn't and can't control what other people do on his app. What about all the pedophiles on Facebook that Zuck can't seem to do anything about? What about all the scam ads on YouTube that Google refuses to stop? This is clearly politically motivated. Why are people so riled up yet? We don't know shit, and you guys are already talking like this is the death of free speech. Oh, first of all, having arrested the founder doesn't make the app less reliable. He is not running it alone. Second, if what is written in the French article is true, and that's a big if, they have arrested him because of his lack of cooperation and moderation of the platform. Honestly, can anybody argue with that? I understand that if you want to create a platform that people can use freely, some bad apples are going to use it to commit crimes, but there's a lot of illegal shit on Telegram which never gets banned or sanctioned. In Italy, you can find channels that sell counterfeit bills, channels and groups with tortures on animals, and so on. I just put here the worst things that you usually don't find on other platforms. I excluded, for example, piracy and CP because it's dumb to even think that those things exist only on Telegram. I honestly hope he will be released soon, and maybe with a promise to moderate some stuff better. Regulators. We enforce ridiculous privacy laws beyond comprehension to limit personal data storage. Our GDPR policy will give you all headaches, but we don't care. Also, regulators. Give insight to all your personal data and fuck your privacy. Failure to comply is illegal, and as a result, you are a criminal. That is all you need to know about freedom in Europe. Not cooperating with intelligence? Life sentence. The charges are ridiculous. Why not arrest server hosts for illicit encrypted traffic? Or better yet, cryptography specialists who designed the encryption. If you got a problem with drug trade and human trafficking, you should scrutinize the obviously incompetent police that seems to be unable to do its job without violating everyone's privacy. My thought on this whole situation circles around the opinion that if Durov was arrested in Russia for the same dumb allegations, everyone would scream about totalitarian Putin who oppresses freedom-aspiring hero. But since it happened in France, Russian opposition and other liberals state literally, "Welp, he never wanted to cooperate with any government. He might have known what could happen." They want to read Russian military messages that are also relayed through Telegram. That's all. Drugs, CP, all of that they don't really care about. Those are just pretense reasons. They were fine with dude visiting the country last year and years prior to that. Never gave a single fuck about it. The only thing that changed since then is that all Russian military switched from using WhatsApp to Telegram recently, and Westoids can't get free intel for their Nazi buddies in Ukraine anymore without cracking Telegram open. Of all countries, France with the debacle at the Olympics and its dirty politics and evil history is the last to lecture. But they're showing their faces. I just wonder why he went there. I pray billionaires such as Musk and others who stand for free speech come together. These are the times when we need to stand together, especially us, the free speechers. He was pressured by the special services in Russia and was forced to sell his business. He was also pressured by US special services and had to leave. The same thing happened in Germany as far as I remember, and now he faces 20 years in prison in France. Only the UAE has been a country with which he has had no problems. Amazing freedom of speech. Free Durov. Hey friend, we also have a Telegram channel with interesting things from all over the internet. Selected content and fresh information special for you in one place. Absolutely legal, of course. The link in the description below. The arrest of Durov is an assault on the basic human rights of speech and association. I am surprised and deeply saddened that Macron has descended to the level of taking hostages as a means for gaining access to private communications. It lowers not only France, but the world. By the French logic, if any drug dealer ever has used an iPhone or iMessage to sell drugs, they should arrest Tim Cook. Unpopular opinion, but if he wanted to work and live in Europe, he had to abide by European laws. So simple. Russia has a very poor understanding of how crime prevention works and who is responsible. Telegram is full of illegal content and had no reliable mechanisms to remove it. In Russia, this is managed by having police officers sitting on Telegram and earning bonuses by catching criminals. This is what Russians today call freedom of speech. Did Telegraph NY Post published an article of said police police officers doing that. I don't know. I just explained how it works in Russia. In Russia, Telegram leads in the number of criminal cases, including political, among all internet platforms, even the popular ones. The irony, there's an ongoing investigation. The criminals are using your social media platform. Give us access? No. You need to cooperate, or you become an accomplice. Give us access? No. Then we will have to arrest you for providing a safe communication channel to the criminals. Give us access? No, gets arrested. Fanboys, this is against free speech. France has fallen. Communist country. So basically they are trying to put him in a jail for non-wanting to spy on his users, just like long before Russia did the same against him. But in France, there is a democracy, and in Russia, it's tyranny, so apparently then something is done by France. It's a good thing even if same done by Russia is claimed as terrible. Just in the very same subreddit discussed the hypocrisy of politicians, and right the day after this happens. How many people who have commented actually use Telegram? I do, and you have the same opportunity to view all points of view from loonies to informed feeds. It is full of dodgy feeds, but surely that's the point. You watch what attracts you, just like Reddit. Isn't this basically Julian Assange 2.0? Kim.com is finally being extradited to the USA, same kind of facilitating crime in his case. Wait, isn't it the good guy? He made VKontakte a better social website than Facebook, but Russian government took the project from him because he declined the request to give private user details to the government. He also did not want to block Alexei Navalny's profile. I've read about him years ago, and he's on the side of good, a clever good Russian. Okay, his software cares about privacy and is used by people doing illegal stuff too. So, should we arrest the knives manufacturer after someone stabs someone with a knife? Went to read Russian forums, some conspiracy theory that Durov met Putin, and that Telegram shares info related to Ukraine, and Western secret services decided not to tolerate this. But then a question is, why would he stop in France knowing that this can happen? The tech billionaire overlords are generally in a struggle with the authorities. They want complete anonymity and protection for their customers, and the authorities want backdoors into people's online information. The tech overlooks want deregulation, and the authorities want more regulation. Customers instinctively want both privacy and protection. These are contradictions because protection comes via regulations and therefore more government involvement, whereas privacy comes from less government involvement and less of the tech overlords themselves choose to access private data for profit, for example to train AI. These conundrums are not going to be resolved anytime soon. Extremely important to note, this is mostly about open Telegram channels. Telegram knows criminal stuff goes on in them but does nothing about it. Imagine if Facebook had a bunch of coordinate crimes here groups. Of course they would be responsible for that. Of course this thread is filled with the usual propagandists who are trying to sow discord and discontent and make people confused. Just a random question. If terrorists were chatting in Fortnite, would the creator of that game be arrested for allowing it? Thank you so much for watching. In the comments under the video, write what you think about the arrest of Pavel Durov at the Paris airport. And don't forget to watch our other videos and subscribe to the channel. Hugs to everyone. Bye.